The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will get first crack at it today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup.
He's loose on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. The give out of the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game, and the offense, they've got it moving now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense tonight.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Slips a tackle and he's got room. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Fafita. Fires to the big fella. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's slow. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the tight end. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Rainbow Warriors line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Davis looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. The Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. These two guys just on the same wavelength. They make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Fifita. Gets it out fast. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Ducks have their offense in high gear. They're going to run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Back to pass. Working that left side now. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we've got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Looking for space. It's Yates. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He'll take another shot here. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Fifita. It's complete to the left. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. Oh, the sweet spin, he's free. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Harris. Turning it on! No, he got loose! And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Power ahead. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pulls it in. It's Harris. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense, because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
The short hands, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it,
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Davis will throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
On third down, he drops the throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It is good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. And the Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this second and short. They'll go right back to the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Rainbow Warriors are rolling down the field. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. What powerful powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that.
There he goes. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for to score. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away.
And the quarterback hauled up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Team able to sling him to the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. Davis looking to pass. Right on the money. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Hawaii! A great catch and run for 6.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this,
breaks into the open. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. He's taking the deep shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
and you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know what it earns. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for him. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about, what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.